Gridiron Grinder! Hut hut hike!
All right, party people. It is Thursday night, Gridiron Grinder time. I'm Ryan. With me, as always, my buddy James. Just a couple of dudes hanging out, talking about what's going on in the NFL each week. Tonight, we are going to do our round one NFL mock draft. We both had a lot going on in life here these last couple weeks and next couple weeks. So we're going to squeeze it in now, even though the draft is still a few weeks away. And then when we circle back, we'll give you guys a recap of the draft. So, with all that being said, how's it going tonight there, James?
It's going all right. How's it going with you?
Pretty good, man. It was a nice 65-ish degree day. Had the slider open all day. It was good stuff, man. Good stuff.
65 is not bad. It was warm today. I think it got into like the mid 70s today.
Okay. Yeah, you got that
Yeah.
lovely West Coast weather.
Yeah.
All right, so in past years, we would sort of rotate picks because I'm thinking we're both a little bit ill prepared. How about we just collaborate it 1 through 32?
Sounds good to me.
And so we can say, first pick, Vegas is on the clock. Here's their needs. Here's who's best available.
Oh,
Here's what we
speaking
think
of
they're doing.
Vegas, Kirk Cousins signed with the Vegas Raiders.
Yeah. Some of the AI stuff they're doing on Cousins, I'm loving it, man. They're tatting him up, giving him like freaking gold teeth, diamond teeth, all sorts of chains. Oh my gosh, man. I'm loving the AI stuff they're doing with Kirk Cousins, man. It's hilarious. They're saying like I
But
saw what it was like Kirk Cousins 5 minutes after meeting Max Crosby. Cousins is like tatted from head to toe. It's like, yeah.
oh well, I haven't seen
Yeah,
that. I've been
it's
I've
good.
been busy at work, at home. Like I've seen a little bit, but I hadn't seen that.
I love it, man. I love it. The AI stuff, it's good entertainment. All right, so let's just we're gonna start off with the Las Vegas Raiders, man. And so, you say it's obvious, and I think it is obvious, right? They're gonna take a quarterback. They've got to need a quarterback, wide receiver, defensive tackle, right? And so, you know, when you look at the best available, Fernando Mendoza's sitting there at 2 on the ESPN list. They're obviously going with him. They traded Geno Smith. Like it'd be a shock to the world if they take anybody else. There's really not even a wide receiver or defensive tackle, even in the range, if they wanted to fucking switch it up. They would have to make a blockbuster trade, and everybody would be like, "What the hell's going on?" So,
So I don't. I like Mendoza. I don't think the Raiders should draft him. They need to get weapons first. They have no weapons for him to throw to. So what kind of success is he going to have?
yeah, well, they're probably gonna, like you said, they got Cousins now, so they'll probably let him get smoked for 4 or 5 games while they try to get an offensive line worked out and whatever else, and then they'll put Mendoza in.
Yeah, you're probably right. And I mean, it's obvious they're going to go with Mendoza. I'm just saying, like, they need to get him some weapons too, though.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, I would like more protection first, and then yeah, get him some weapons. He's got the tight end, but he needs a wide receiver one. It's great they got the running back, but the running back was ineffective last year because of the line. So,
Mm-hmm. And the
all
line
right.
should be better this year. They've made a lot of moves to to shore up that offensive line. So
Yeah, it does look like it'll be better. But yeah, I hear you, man. It'd be nice if they did some more for their future franchise player. So
uh,
next up, we got the Jets, buddy boy.
we got the Jets, who their needs are quarterback, wide receiver, edge, cornerback, guard. I'm just going to do what I see. Um, they could go quarterback here. I don't think it. I think it'd be a stupid pick to go quarterback here.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna get the best value at edge, right? Going David Bailey.
Or Ervil Reese, linebacker edge combo.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I did see a lot where the comments on Reese are that they didn't have him rushing the passer as much as they could have, but that with the right coach and the right system in the NFL, there's a lot of potential there that could still be unlocked. Is Aaron Glenn that guy? You would think so. It's just, is Aaron Glenn going to want the 6'4", 240 sort of hybrid, or the 6'4", 250? I guess still, not much heavier. Neither one of these guys is like a traditional. Neither one of these guys could be defensive end. They're going to be like more of an outside linebacker edge guy, is what it seems like.
Yeah, exactly. And both of them is going to be and like this pick, and I think these two picks here at 2 and 3 are going to
Yeah.
play off each other. Whichever one goes to the Jets, the other one's going to go to the Cardinals.
All right. So who do you like between these two, Reese or Bailey for the Jets?
I could go either way. I do have some concerns with being able to form Reese into an edge versus being more. Let's call Bailey more of a pure edge guy, where he's played the edge more.
Sure.
I think Reese could be a dominant edge. I think whoever the Jets pick, and this because it's the New York Jets, whoever they decide to pick between the two is going to end up being the wrong pick.
I get that feeling, right? It just seems like they're destined to have a bad draft here.
Yeah. So I would consider
If it's gonna be a bad pick, I think it's gonna be Reese because he's, just a little bit of like a hybrid that needs to be like molded and coached and put in the right position. I think Bailey has more likelihood of fitting into a lot of different teams in a lot of different schemes.
Mhm.
I think he's just a little bit more traditional than Reese.
I agree. I agree with you. And
So we're thinking we're putting Reese to the Jets. He's getting cursed.
yeah, exactly. That's how I would pick it, or how
I'm
I
good
would
with
think it would
that.
go.
I'm slotting him in.
And we have Arizona, who their team needs are quarterback, offensive tackle, edge, safety, defensive tackle. I already kind of tipped my hand on what I thought was going to happen here. Whichever one the Jets don't pick, the Cardinals are going to pick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with I would say Bailey here, and Bailey's actually going to be a good pick for them.
Yeah, but what about offensive line going Waga?
Sorry.
And
See,
I'm just who did they bring in at coach?
I don't even remember.
Oh, they brought in Matt LaFleur, offensive background. So yeah, they're probably going edge. Let's
Yeah,
just be real.
exactly.
He's gonna fall into that rookie head coach trap and go defense. So we're going
I thought
David Bailey here.
I thought Matt LaFleur was the coach of the Packers.
Did I say Matt LaFleur? This is Mike LaFleur.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I thought it was Mike LaFleur,
Yeah.
but I couldn't say it with conviction. So I was like, I thought Matt was Packers, but either
Yeah.
way, I'm good with that there.
All right, then we got the Titans at 4. A lot of mocks have been having them taking Jeremiah Love, which honestly to me seems like a waste of a pick. But and it's not that I don't think he's going to be good in the NFL. It's that why are you going to take him? They have some running backs, man. I don't
So
know.
their
Yeah,
needs: edge, wide receiver, guard, running back, linebacker. They did bring in Salah. They said they wanted a defensive-minded coach that wasn't going to take shit. I mean, it's just like I swear you had that coach 2 years ago or 3 years ago now. I swear you did.
yeah,
I can't
yeah,
remember what was his name.
yeah,
That you shit canned for no fucking reason.
yeah. And I'll be honest, based on those needs, they're kind of in no man's land.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a team where I could see him going after Sonny Styles because of the Salah coaching angle of, hey, let's bring in basically our quarterback of the defense. But
Yeah,
I also think they're going to do, a Salah 2.0 sort of like, rookie head coach mistake and go offense because they're going to try and do everything they can to support Cam Ward, right?
yeah, and that's where I see it going. Is they're going to do what they can to support Cam Ward. I mean, honestly, they're best suited to trade out of this pick,
Big time. Big time.
but we're not mocking trades. So I I hate it. I'm trying to come up with like another like Styles would be a good one, but I don't think I see.
Yeah, I mean, I almost see them like reaching and taking a wide receiver, man, like Makai Lemon. I mean, it's such a reach, but oh man, we're at 4 and we're
See
already
the
having a hard time.
so the best bet for Tennessee is if Arizona doesn't go with the edge guy and
Yeah,
they get the on man out. If Arizona goes with Moraga or somebody else at 3, or somebody trades with Arizona and takes somebody besides an edge at 3, I think that's best suited for Tennessee. I don't think that's is what's going to happen. I hate taking a running back at 4.
yeah, and don't they still have Tony Pollard?
They do.
I just don't see why you would go after a running back, man. I don't get it, but I don't know. I would like to see him go Sonny Styles, but what's your gut telling you?
My gut is telling me they're going to reach for Makai Lemon.
I think they will. I think they will too. Like I said, I think that they're going to try to support Cam Ward. You're not going to get the interior offensive lineman here. Um, yeah. Let's put in Makai Lemon, dude.
All right. And we have 1 minute left, so we want to take our 5 and then come back with New
Yeah,
York
we'll take
Giants.
our 10 now. That's fine.
Or
Yeah.
10, sorry. All right, cool.
All right, man. Talk to you in 10. Boom. We are back, man. And we are on to the New York Giants.
So the New York Giants need a wide receiver, a guard, cornerback, defensive tackle, offensive tackle. Motherfuckers.
I mean, they better be going, Malgua, however you say his name from Miami, right? You got to protect Jackson Dart. And you got to beef up that offensive line because you know John Harbaugh is going to want to run the shit out of the football.
Well, yeah, that's why I was saying motherfuckers, because I honestly want Mayuga to drop to like 7, 8,
Okay.
and the Lions to trade up and draft his ass.
I don't think that's happening here, my man.
No, I don't think that's happening either. I don't think there's anywhere else they could go.
I'm locking them in. It's that easy. I think this is another very straightforward pick, man.
It is. And then we're on to the Cleveland Browns. They still have a football team there?
It's weird, dude. They're talking about the quarterback competition and it not being a an even distribution of reps, and I don't know, dude. I don't know what to think about Cleveland, dude.
All right, so they need a quarterback, wide receiver, offensive tackle, offensive guard, cornerback. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't think they're going quarterback. I think they're gonna try to make it work with the guys they got. Which
I
whatever.
think at 24, let's talk
Yeah,
about it
yeah,
further.
maybe you take a flyer on a guy then. Yeah.
At 6, no. So you're looking at wide receiver. I honestly don't see them reaching for
I was gonna say keep Carnell Tate in the state.
yeah, I do have a question. I want to look something up real quick
Look it up, man.
because I want to know. I'm going to look it up and then I'm going to ask.
Sure.
Mm,
I mean, I'm just gonna keep sticking with that. Carnell Tate in the state. I mean, you think you said cornerback is one of them, right? Delane is a better value than Tate if you wanted to go that way, but it just seems awfully high in my opinion to be going after a cornerback, man. They've got such a high bust rate in the first round.
I know that's why I don't like them go.
So what are you looking up?
I was wondering because I thought they had another receiver. I thought they had Judy and somebody else,
Gotcha.
and I was like, I was going to question why they're
Why is it such a need?
yeah, but they only have Judy. So, but you're still looking at your number 2 guy
I
as a
mean, I don't
top
know
10 pick.
because I don't necessarily consider Judy as a true number one, to be honest. That's just my opinion.
No, I'm not saying he's a true number 1, but you know how wide receivers are.
Yeah.
I just I'm struggling with them taking a wide receiver here. I'm going to ultimately agree with you. I'm going to disagree on the player.
Sure. I mean, I could see them going after offensive tackle. I think there's better positional value, even though they'd be reaching down to like Monroe Freeling at 14. But you know, they've got a
I was
defensive minded head coach that's a rookie head coach. They're gonna take a wide receiver, dude. They're done. That's how they are.
Yeah, if they were smart, I was really considering the guard.
Oh yeah, that guard out of Penn State, he looks
Yeah,
like a beast, man. Did they have
but
a need at interior or is it just tackle?
I'm seeing it listed as both.
Both? Hmm. I don't think they're taking a guard at 6, man.
Yeah, because their guards right now are Zion Johnson and Trevin Jenkins.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see them taking. I don't see them taking a guard at 6, man.
I'm saying if they were smart, they would give it serious consideration.
Yeah. Yeah, because
All
you
right.
can move Tevin Jenkins to like right tackle or whatever if you needed to. But
Yeah.
yeah. So you're thinking, what do you think, Jordan Tyson? I'm saying Cardinal Tate in the state. Keep him in the state.
Yeah, I think Tate fits more. Tyson's more extending the field, but I mean, Tyson had also had some serious injuries in college.
Gotcha. Well, I'm plugging in Tate, man. So next up, we got the Washington Commanders. And I'm showing ESPN's got their top 3 at wide receiver, cornerback, center. I would like to see them go after that guard here, but they need a center. So
Yeah, and that's what I'm wondering about that guard. I want to read more.
I would not move him to center. He is a like a potential Quentin Nelson kind of guard. You wouldn't want to make him change his position. And then they got Terry McLaurin, right? So, do you really want to go after another wide receiver? I'm sure they do. I just Debo Samuel didn't work with them last year. Um, I could see Quinn going after a cornerback because he's always tried to have a pretty deep secondary, and so maybe this is where you get a guy like Mansour Delane. Then again, I mean, who do they have at running back? They had that like what was he, a late pick, or was he an undrafted guy last year that they liked? Maybe this is they at 7, they're like, oh, it's too good to pass on Love, and we just have a 2 running back system, man.
Who do they have at running back?
I forget his name, but he was either like a really late draft pick or an undrafted guy that Dan Quinn ended up really liking, and just, he got more and more carries as the year went on.
Yeah. Okay, so it's Ja'Cory Krosky-Moret,
Yes.
but they also signed Rashad White.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't realize that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think
And they have Jerome Ford.
yes, they're probably not going to be that tempted by Jeremiah Love at 7.
No, I agree there.
I think they go or hey, Dan Quinn gets his Bobby Wagner type replacement and brings in Sonny Styles.
There we go. That one. That's it. Because I'm looking at their wide receivers, and I don't really see wide receivers that big of a need for them.
I agree, dude. I agree. I like Sonny Styles here. I know he's not like a Bobby Wagner kind of mold, but he's a chess piece on the defense, and that would be playing right in with Dan Quinn, man. I'm locking in Sonny Styles.
All right. Then we have the Saints, who are playing in France this year.
Oh, Francois.
They need, I don't even know if they're playing in France this year. I just made that up.
All right. Wide receiver, edge, cornerback.
Yeah, wide receiver, edge, cornerback. Wide receiver is you're really looking at I like them picking a wide receiver. You have two young wide receivers that can stretch the field, but do you have a quarterback that can throw the ball down the field? Is my concern.
Yeah, I mean, I think they like Shug or however you say his name, but you know, they're definitely not going to be tempted by Love because they brought in ETN.
Hmm.
Um, they could be this could be a Mansour Delane spot. They could go cornerback. They could go Ruben Bain Jr. I've heard about the beef with Cam Hayward, man. So maybe it's time they start coming up with their backup plan there. Plus, he's freaking long in the tooth, man. I'd be comfortable with Ruben Bain Jr. You're talking ninth on the big board, and they're taking him at 8. I like the idea of Kellen Moore getting a wide receiver and going offense. It's just, is that what they're going to do?
Well,
I'd be
no, like
fine either way.
I do like the idea of it, but also like you have Olave already who can stretch the field, and do you want another wide receiver that can stretch the field? If you're not, I'm not even sure Shug can throw the ball
Yeah,
25 yards. I'm good with Bain.
let's put him in here. Going to go Ruben Bain Jr.
All right, then we're on to Kansas City, who are I know who I want to put here.
Who do you want to put here? Sadiq?
No, um, the, God, what the fuck's his name?
Look at the board, man. Look at the board.
Jordan Tyson. They need that
Um,
receiver that can stretch the field.
let's just put him in, dude. Let's just put him in. They've been without the right wide receiver for a long time. I
Yeah,
would like to see them go Sadiq and get their
and get the
Kelsey
Kelsey
replacement.
replacement. I hear you there, but I think they have one more year with Kelsey. They can figure out what to do with tight end
Yeah,
next
and
year.
and Sadiq might slide where they get him at the end of the first round. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's plug in Tyson, man.
All right, then we're on to the Bengals, who have a need at corner, offensive tackle, defensive tackle, wide receiver, linebacker. I think this is the spot. Did we already slot him in?
Who are you saying?
Delaney.
No, we haven't plugged him in yet. You like him here?
Yeah, I like him here.
Is that one of the NFL needs? I'm showing defensive tackle, offensive tackle, wide receiver.
For the Bengals, I'm
Yeah.
showing cornerback, offensive tackle, defensive tackle, wide receiver, linebacker on ESPN.
Oh my gosh, then I'm on the wrong ESPN link. Here, let me get on the one you're on.
And NFL has defensive line, interior offensive line, and cornerback.
Send me your ESPN link, dude. I'm all jacked up here.
So I just go to like the draft
Yeah.
and then teams. That's the link I went to.
Draft teams. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh, that's a thing of beauty, James. Thank you. Yeah, let's do Delane here.
All right, then we're on to the Miami Dolphins.
Oh yes, the Miami Dolphins.
Ty Simpson. All right, let's move on. I'm kidding. Wide receiver, cornerback, edge, tight end, safety. This is where I could see Sadiq going.
Who?
Sadiq.
Who did they bring in at quarterback?
Malik Willis.
I do kind of like that. He's
Yeah.
he's a little bit of a Lamar kind of guy. Get him as tight end.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was thinking on it.
I can get on board with that, man. I don't think it's like the right team building pick, but I also think that they're not right these days, if that makes sense. So,
All right. Then we have the boys that are really girls in Dallas.
boys that are really girls. Okay, okay.
Corner, safety, linebacker, edge, tight end.
Yep, they just got snuffed on the tight end. So, Caleb Downs has been getting a ton of hype. He's still on the board. Is it too soon to take him? I
It
mean,
is.
he would be the best value based on the board of best available.
He would be, but I think they could get Thieneman at 20.
Okay, so you
Their
want him to
second pick
reach
in
to
the first
20.
round. So I think Thieneman will fall to 20 based on what I'm seeing on the order underneath.
Gotcha. Okay, I misunderstood what you were saying. I gotcha.
Yeah. So because Dallas has the 12th pick and the 20th pick. I think
Yeah.
they can come back with the 20th pick and get Thinman, who I think would be just as good as and not that far of a drop off from Downs. So
Okay.
I want to explore other options for them here.
Yeah. Let's explore other options. Sounds
So we
like you're breaking up with someone. I want to explore other options.
so we got linebacker. Linebacker is going to be a stretch here.
Yeah. A lot of them
Corner
are a stretch here.
corner is going to be
Well, maybe not. Jermod McCoy at 16.
yeah. But he's a risk because he's coming back from an ACL injury and did not play at all last year.
If they were smart, they would take the guard from Penn State because the last time Dallas was actually competitive
Mm-hmm.
was when they had a top five offensive line. But it's not one of their top five needs. I'm hard pressed to say that they're going to do that. Jerry Jones likes his flashy shit. So, like, what's the flashiest thing we can do here?
So
I
I
mean,
think
fucking who do they? Okay, no, they just re-upped. What's his name at running back? I was going to say, would he be tempted to go Jeremiah Love? Probably not.
he would be tempted to go Jeremiah Love, but I don't think he would.
So where's your head at then?
I'm leaning towards Messidor here. And my debate is
Yeah,
so
no, because they need help there.
I
You're
think they
right.
go safety and edge. I think that's the two picks. And my debate is do you go Messidor, who could easily be sniped in the next 8 picks, or do you go what's his face? Downs, who definitely probably will be gone, but you're getting a very good substitute with Thinman
Yeah,
versus if you don't go if Messer gets sniped, you're
let's pop in Messidor, man. I'm good with that.
yeah, I think Messidor.
So then we got the Rams.
The Rams of Los Angeles, formerly St. Louis. At one point, I think they were in Cleveland. Wide receiver, offensive tackle, cornerback, not really quarterback, and tight end.
I think you got maybe another year or two of Stafford. You got to protect him. I like the idea of Monroe Freeling.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was on it. lock him in there.
Yeah, because I don't see them taking a cornerback here, even though they could use one. And I think they would like the wide receiver because they love their weapons, but I just also don't see the value there. I think it's better to protect Stafford for what's potentially a final run for these guys.
Mm-hmm. All right, then we're on to Baltimore, who needs cornerback, safety, tackle, guard, wide receiver. Oof,
Damn, this would be a great fucking Caleb Downs spot.
it would be. Since I'm not tracking, I think that guard from Penn State's still available there.
He is. He is. And they're going with a defensive minded guy, which means they'll probably go offense.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's put the guard here.
All right. On to Tampa Bay, who need a quarterback, a cornerback, edge, defensive tackle, linebacker, tight end.
I would like to see them get a guy that's going to really help them.
See, but this is also supporting Messidor going to Dallas, because I think if Messidor is available here, Tampa Bay is running that pick in.
Yeah.
So edge, cornerback. I think.
And you've got Love in Downs still sitting there, where it's like the value's getting really tempting, right? But Messidor's gone. Maybe they go Jermod McCoy. They definitely need the cornerback. Would Bowles say, "Fuck it, I want Downs," and pair him with what's his face, Winfield Jr.? I mean, that'd be a sick fucking cornerback. I mean, a safety combo. Otherwise, I mean, I gotta believe it's either going to be McCoy or he's going Caleb Downs. The board's just not matching anything else right now.
I think they go Terrell, not McCoy. I think it's going to be the same situation with the corner from Michigan last year that fell down the board because he was coming off an injury.
I could see that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's plug in Avion Terrell.
Then we're back to the Jets.
Yes. No reason to go after Love because they still got Breece Hall. I mean, Caleb Downs is looking very tempting, but it's not really a need. The guard is gone. McCoy is there, but you think he might still slide. So, is this where you're talking a possible Ty Simpson thing? I know a lot of mocks have had him hitting them here.
Yeah, and that's where I was thinking about it, and my feeling is Ty Simpson is going to go in the late first round. I don't think he deserves it, but the reason to take a reach on a quarterback a little bit in the first round is you get the 5th-year option.
Yeah.
Hypothetically,
you have Geno Smith bridging for Ty Simpson is what you're proposing here.
Yeah. I'm not
in love with it, but it does make sense logically.
It does make sense logically. I will give you that. Who did we have them take their first pick? Edge.
Yeah. We had him take Arvell Reese. I mean, the board just doesn't give them shit here unless they wanted to take McCoy. And if they're not taking McCoy, they're doing basically the best value, which is Jeremiah Love or Caleb Downs. And they're not going to do Love when they got Brees Hall there.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see him do Caleb Downs. I'm just not, you know. I don't know. You know, what do you think? They had 0 picks last year. Maybe they're thinking, fuck, we just need somebody in the secondary. It's pretty good value to take the shot.
What if they
it
took
feeds
Caleb
into your
Downs?
narrative to keep McCoy sliding? What are you saying?
What if they took Caleb Downs with the intention to play him at corner?
I mean, maybe, you know.
So I'm just reading his pre-draft analysis.
Yeah.
He can play tight man coverage from the nickel position, patrol the back half in the zone. He also displays his hands to create turnovers. He is a strong and physical run defender who takes good blah blah blah. He is a versatile chess piece who is at his best close to the line of scrimmage where he can play around the ball more frequently.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got to plug him in, dude.
Yeah.
I'm plugging in Caleb Downs here.
I'm good with that.
Now is where it gets pretty intense.
Detroit Lions, edge, defensive tackle, offensive tackle, cornerback, running back?
Well, because David Montgomery's gone, they kind of need the hammer to go with. Oh, yeah. No, they don't need a running back. No way.
Yeah, they signed Pacheco and they have Jameer. So that's all right. So edge is going to be a reach here with what's left.
Yeah. Cornerback, they're not going to do after the fucking Terrion Arnold bust pick.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeremiah Love is huge value here, but it just doesn't make sense.
They got it. All right, I got it. It's going to be Proctor, and they're going to leave Penny Sewell at right tackle.
So you think Proctor can play left tackle?
He's a multi-year starter at left tackle.
I know. I guess a lot of what I've been hearing is that he's got a kick into guard. But yeah, no, I mean that is he's been heavily mocked to them. And so whether they would even play him at guard or tackle, he's got to be the guy. And I've heard a lot about him being the highest ceiling offensive lineman in this draft class, but he also carries the biggest risk because of his weight. Yeah, let's do it. I like that, man.
All right, then we're on to Minnesota, who needs a safety, a safety, a center, wide receiver, guard, linebacker. So center's going to be a reach here. Guard is going to be a little bit of a reach here.
I'm just saying, maybe this is Jeremiah Love time. You got Aaron Jones, who was potentially gone this year. You know, they're that they're not like 100% sold on him. They were talking about him not even coming back. you pair the two of them for a year, knowing that you got a quarterback shit show, and you need to ground and pound while you figure that out. I mean, I guess they do have Kyler Murray now, but still.
You have a quarterback shit show. I like it. I really do like it.
You like the Jeremiah Love pick
Yeah.
or the shit show comment?
Both of I like. I think Jeremiah Love is the pick. I also love the quarterback shit show in Minnesota.
Yeah, yeah. I think this could be you know, I think a lot of teams would be at this point wanting to make a move on Jeremiah Love, and he
Mm-hmm.
just falls into their lap. And I think even though it's not shown as a top five need, I think it is a need for them. They know they've got to get the offense humming this year if they're going to get back in the playoffs. All right, I got him in that. Let's see that sort of right sides the board now, all the way down to Jermod McCoy, which now we're at the Carolina Panthers.
We need a corner, edge, wide receiver. I'm sorry, safety, wide receiver, edge, corner, running back.
Oh, and they just lost out on Jeremiah Love.
Yeah. I think they go they go offensive weapon here. If
Yeah.
Jeremiah Love is sitting around there, I think they obviously pick him. If not, I think they go with Boston.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I think they go with Boston because they need Bryce Young to show them, and they need to give him the pieces to be able to show them. Then we're back to Dallas. We've already slated in Thinman here.
You already did, but I'm all right with that. Yeah.
And then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers, who need a quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, dude. Honestly, I like the prospects for Garrett Nussmeier, but I'm not sure that he's going in the first round, man. I mean, there's just been nobody fucking talking about, like Ty Simpson's had people hit or miss saying maybe. Nobody's really been talking about Nussmeier sliding into the first round. So,
yeah. Okay. So here's the thing: they need quarterback, offensive guard, offensive tackle, safety, defensive tackle. If they are smart, and what I would do is I would go on the offensive line. I would go with
no.
Fano, or I would reach on Bisantis.
Yeah, and I guess it's going to be, are you maybe telling Aaron Rodgers, hey, man, we'll make a pick to get you to commit to coming back?
Yeah.
And what would he want, Maybe it's Spencer Furneaux because we're going to try and keep your ass clean for one more year.
Mm-hmm.
I like that pick unless you want to trump it and go somewhere else.
Mm-mm. My first instinct was Spencer Furneaux.
Yeah. Let's pop them in.
All right, then we have the San Diego Superchargers.
We sure do.
Offensive guard, defensive tackle, edge, wide receiver, tight end.
Yeah.
So, guard's a bit of a reach. Wide receiver, when you're getting to Concepcion's, a bit of or Cooper, sorry. Cooper's not that bad of a reach here.
Yeah.
But is it the wide
he's
receiver?
Primarily a slot guy, so
exactly.
He's going to be, redundant with what's his face.
Quentin
who I'm talking
Johnson.
about. No, Quentin Johnson's a deep threat.
I'm sorry, Trey Harris. Ladd McConkey,
no,
Trey Harris, Quentin Johnson.
Ladd McConkey. He's going to be kind of redundant with McConkey.
Yeah.
I would like to see them get a wide receiver. I'm just not. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
sure
not
that.
loving it either. I don't know.
So you got Keldrick Falk at the edge. That to me seems like the best value at this spot.
I'll give you that.
Let's pop them in. You know, they're only going to get so much more time out of fucking Khalil Mack, man.
And then really quickly, we are on to the Eagles. They need edge, tight end, offensive tackle, linebacker, safety. Okay, what's the best available Georgia defensive player?
Yeah, because that's how they roll. That is how they roll.
Um, Let me see. You're
In
looking
this case, it's not. Well, it'd be Zachariah. Well, that's a wide receiver. Zachariah Branch or C.J. Allen at linebacker. Well, Kristen Miller. Well, they don't need a defensive tackle.
I think that it's really edge, but I think it's a bit of a reach, but not that bad of a reach with Zion Young.
Yeah, I mean, you know that they're always going for what's the best value, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, would they say Jermon McCoy's value here? Maybe not, because you're thinking he's going to keep sliding. Then you got Emmanuel McNeil Warren at safety. That to me is not great value because safeties typically slide.
13 seconds.
All right, let's plug in Zion Young and then we'll come back in 10 minutes.
All right, sounds good.
All right, talk to you.
All right, back to Cleveland with the 24th pick. We had them at 6, taking Carnell Tate at wide receiver. That still leaves quarterback, offensive tackle, offensive guard, corner back.
So at offensive tackle, you got Caleb Lomu out of Utah. You know,
I think he's a little bit of a stretch, but not too bad.
you got Jermod McCoy still sitting there sliding. If you wanted to go after another cornerback, you go to the next Tennessee guy, Colton Hood. Wide receivers, KC Concept. Well, you got Omar Cooper if we wanted to go wide receiver.
Again, a second wide receiver?
Oh, duh. Sorry. Yeah, we took Cardinal Tate. I don't know why I had a breakdown there. Yeah, double down, James. You never know. You never know.
I think it's going to be Lomu,
The tackle.
the tackle.
All right. I'm good with that. Caleb Lomu.
All right, then we're on to the Bears.
Yep. The pieces of shit Bears.
Safety, defensive tackle, edge, center, wide receiver.
Yeah, and we're at that defensive tackle spot, right? Where, you know, there are a couple guys hanging out there. And we've talked about it in past years where sometimes defensive tackles they go moving up the board because it's usually a hard position to fill. And so they got Cade McDonald here and Peter Woods here if they wanted to do that.
There's a better value pick here,
Okay.
and also fits a need with McNeil Warren
It's
at
safety.
safety. But I do hear what you're saying about defensive tackle, which isn't that bad.
I guess I'm thinking, you know, you got Ben Johnson who's coming from the Lions, which I think to date we're seeing he is a big believer in the trenches.
Yeah. No, I was saying it was a better value pick. I wasn't saying that that was the pick
Yeah,
because it's not that far off value to get Caden McDonald here.
yeah. I think it's Caden McDonald, man.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But yeah, no, that's why we do this. That's why we talk it out here, James. We're gonna, submit our mock draft and win $1 million or whatever, however it works.
Then we're on to fuck, who's after Buffalo?
Buffalo Soldier.
I skipped Buffalo and went to San
Oh,
Francisco.
jeez.
Wide receiver, edge, linebacker, guard, cornerback.
Yes.
I think this is the pick
The pick for what? Omar Cooper Jr.?
for McCoy to stop falling.
Mm. It's tempting, right?
Mm-hmm.
How bad was his injury?
Torn
Torn
ACL.
ACL in January
So
2025.
yeah, so
So
over
he's
a
he's
year.
more than a year removed now.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's safe, dude. Let's plug him in.
Then we're on to the 49ers, who I was just looking at. Need offensive tackle, edge, wide receiver, center, safety.
Yeah, and I mean they did bring in Mike Evans, but that's like a short-term rental kind of thing, right? So you've got, I mean, the safety is there, which would be the best value, except that safeties usually slide, right? Omar Cooper Jr., that kind of fills out their top three, right? You got Mike Evans, you got
Yeah.
what's his face out of Florida, and now you got your third wide receiver, which is probably prudent because Kittle's coming off of that Achilles, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
thinking that's the pick, man.
I like it. That's where I was going with it. I was considering Cassius at edge.
Yeah. I mean that wouldn't hurt either, but I think it's Cooper Jr.
And we're on to Houston, who I already have their pick locked in.
Who do you
Houston
got Houston
guard,
taking, man?
guard center, defensive tackle, cornerback, edge. I have them taken Peter Woods, defensive tackle from Clemson.
It's a fucking crazy fucking defensive line. I like it. They're just stacking on top of fucking strength already with those fucking edge rushers.
Then we go to Casey, who we already gave them a wide receiver. They need
Yep.
edge, defensive tackle, tight end, corner back.
Yeah. Cassius Howell's not a bad pick here.
That's where I was thinking on it. I was thinking Cassius Howell. I think, let me take a look. What else did I say? I said cornerback. I want to take a look at where we are on corner. Colton Hood's not that bad of a pick here either.
That actually might be a better pick because
Yeah,
they shipped off both of their starting cornerbacks.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, let's do that.
And we're back to the Dolphins, and this is the spot. Wide receiver, cornerback, edge, tight end, safety is listed on their knees. I think this is where right around here is where Ty Simpson's going to go.
Ty Simpson paired with Malik Willis. I mean, it's not impossible. It's just they're not anywhere near the same kind of player, right?
No, I know, and I hear that.
You're just wanting to plug him in because someone's going to trade up to get him.
Yeah, if it's not Miami, somebody's definitely going to be trading up to get him.
I'm fine with putting him in there just to say that he's got to go like in one of these last picks of the round. But I'm not sold that Miami would draft him after they just brought in Malik Willis. I mean, the way they're talking and the way they're paying him is that they're giving him a shot. But let's put in Ty Simpson just for that asterisk of if there was going to be a trade, this is prime spot for it.
Yeah. And we're on to Vrabel's New England Patriots. Offensive tackle, defensive tackle, tight end, safety, edge.
Yeah, they want an offensive tackle, but they missed out. Cassius Howell's there at edge.
I thought we gave Cassius Howell somewhere. Like, just gave him up.
No, we didn't give him up yet. We were talking about it going to Kansas City, but went with Colton Hood instead.
Yes, that's right.
This is a tough spot for New England if the board falls this way.
Yeah.
They could go Emmanuel McNeil Warren at safety, which would be the value play. They could go Chase Basantis and just stack the offensive line, even though it's not a tackle. I mean, he was an offensive tackle, but
I'm torn on it.
Yeah. I mean, the offensive line was such a factor in the Super Bowl that I would almost say they would go Chase Basantis and just rotate and see how they make it work.
Yeah, I think you're right. I could see that happening.
I mean, otherwise you're going Max Iannaccio, or however you say his name, out of Arizona State. That's a stretch here. Although he did test well at the combine. I don't know. I think it's Basantis.
I think it is too.
Let's plug him in.
And
Chase Basantis.
Last but not least, the Seattle Seahawks.
Yes, Super Bowl winners.
Running back, edge, cornerback, offensive tackle, wide receiver.
Yeah. I mean, this board's not, unless I'm missing something. You got Casey Conception.
I think it's Cassius Howell at edge.
Oh, yeah. Geez, I don't know why he just fucking sat in my blind spot there. Yeah, that's the best pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a fucking major defensive-minded guy. Yeah, that's the pick, man. Boom. Locked him in. We got our first round.
We made it through the first round.
Yeah,
in a lot less time than the NFL makes it to the first round.
for sure. For sure. Yeah. And I mean, it's going to be precise. You might as well write it down now and tell your
Take
friends
that.
because when you watch the
Take
draft, you're going to be like, I watched these
take
two guys on Gridiron Grinder and they nailed every pick.
take it to Vegas.
Uh,
Can you imagine what that parlay payout would be if you took?
oh, we're buying an island somewhere.
Yeah, holy shit.
So I guess we're doing it. We're buying an island.
Buying an island. Sign me
All
up.
right.
Speaking of islands, there's a little island off the coast of California that never was ceded to America from Spain. So technically, it's Spanish territory.
I did not know that.
It's just a little rock island, nothing on it. It's maybe like
And it's got what, 150% tariffs?
it's maybe like 6 by 6, 6 feet by 6 feet.
Yeah. It's not ours. Okay.
That's not ours.
All right. So what do you think? Are we good on the draft? Going to shut it down?
Yeah, I'm good on. I think we're good on the draft. I think like the only pick is the team, not the actual pick itself. With Ty Simpson, I think somebody tries to trade back into the first round, late first
Yeah.
round, to get him. So
Yeah, that's the
I
one wrinkle that we don't normally do, but it makes sense, man. It makes a lot of sense.
probably could see Miami taking him.
I mean, it would just be such a weird thing, right? Because the way they've hyped up Malik Willis and the way they paid him, it's just like it would be not like the Kirk Cousins Penix thing, but like similar, just in a poor man's version of that, in my opinion.
The reason I could see it is because they're hyping up Malik Willis so much.
Oh, they want to fucking blow smoke.
They don't want somebody to trade ahead of them at the end of the second round to get Simpson.
Yeah, I mean, this is the time of year for smoke and mirrors, but man, that's a pretty wild smoke and mirror. But you never know. It could be. It could be. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not totally sold on Malik Willis as a starting quarterback. I like what we saw from him in the limited time in Green Bay, but he's very clearly a runner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that if you had to have him pass the ball 30 times a game, he's going to be very effective.
Oh, 100%. But we shall see.
All right. Well, hey, anybody who's watching, we hope you liked it. I don't even know why I say this at the end here, but James, like always, man, it was fun. I will catch you later, bud.
All right, sounds good. How we going?
Gridiron Grinder. Hut hut hike.